Fewer firms adopted sustainability measures in the past 2 years compared to 2022, citing a gap in expertise and skills needed. The report by NTUC LearningHub found that a third of employees lacked confidence in their firm's abilities to effectively implement sustainability initiatives. Richa Mathew reports.
Here at Concord Hotel, installing this filtered water tap in rooms has completely eliminated single-use plastic water bottles and saved them some $36,000 annually.
To give you some idea of what that equates to, each year we used approximately 250,000 500ml bottles. So that's gone. So that's a huge difference in the carbon footprint. So we've gone along those lines as well, and they've been well received by guests because I think people now really are getting the message about plastic.
Now, as the hotel looks to implement more of such sustainable measures, it wants to bridge the gap in expertise and skill sets required.
Sustainability is very broad, but our staff now has a bit more than basic knowledge because of our trainings and our awareness. But there's much more to learn, so we need to go for more trainings and learnings. So the staff needs more exposure.
More than 4 in 5 business leaders surveyed by NTUC LearningHub say they face a similar challenge, and that's why the institution is focusing on providing more sustainability training.
We actually equip the participants with this thing called foundation tools or even guidelines or guidance so that they can actually construct a very solid sustainability strategy moving forward. Arm them with the ability to translate maybe complex sustainable data into a very clear, actionable reports that we show them how to work around it, and then align that in the legal requirements that is compliance and also within organization goals.
Beyond training, companies should also update their systems to track and measure their sustainability outcomes.
With this information, companies can then focus on improving their energy efficiency and reducing their resource utilization as well as their carbon emissions. Adopting a circular approach to production, waste management, and recycling can help companies minimize their environmental impact while maximizing resource efficiency.
With consumers increasingly looking for eco-friendly products and services, firms that can meet these expectations can also look to a stronger brand loyalty over time.
And to help us understand the issues around this story, we have Chye, Head of Sustainability at NTUC LearningHub, a training provider, and Soon, Chief Executive at the Singapore Business Federation. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, gentlemen. Chye, let's start with you. Briefly talk to us about the range of sustainability training and certification that NTUC LearningHub provides.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So just a quick overview, our vision for sustainability at NTUC LearningHub includes every worker a greener worker, every job a greener job, every company a greener company. So based on that, we have 4 centers of excellence: our Sustainability Foundation, Sustainability Reporting, Cleaner Energy, as well as Agri-Aquatech. So we do have a range of certification programs such as our CSE, Center of Sustainability Excellence, as well as other related sustainability certifications as well.
Can these certifications or the training sessions, can they actually empower an employee such that he or she is willing to help implement sustainability measures in the company?
That's a very good question because I think when from our business sustainability report as well, I think around 7 in 10 business leaders and employees agree that it is important to take on or obtain sustainability certification. So based on that itself, it is after being equipped with such certification, we call it the implementation-led training. For example, our CSE certification, at the end of the course, they will have to develop a 2-year sustainability plan. So we do see a relevancy in terms of world-class certification and empowering workers to take on green jobs or to perform green tasks.
Okay, let's get your perspective on this, Soon. If we look at the numbers of this report, there's a drop in the number of business leaders who are implementing sustainability. We're looking at 6% in 2024 from 14% in 2022. Why aren't companies interested to take measures towards becoming leaner and greener?
Thanks for that question. We ran a similar survey that, 7 in 10 companies knows that they need to do something about it, but 40% said they do not know where to start. So that is really the challenge. They do not know where to start. And when you ask companies, what are the top 3 asks they have in order to start the journey, not surprising, the first one, they would like to have access to some funding, to support their decarbonization journey. But the second one is because they're saying there's a lack of standards and clarity in exactly what standards for them to follow.
Okay.
So where do I start if I do not know what is the end goal? And third is that they would like to get a bit more technology platforms to allow them to do some of this carbon reporting.
What is the process like? I mean, for the 40% of companies who do not know where to start, I mean, is it easy at all for an employer to send a staff for sustainability training? What are some of the key challenges that are involved here?
I think there is no shortage of training. I think Choon has said NTUC LearningHub offer many of these training. If you go and search the Skills Future website, there are 500 of these courses.
There are plenty,
There are plenty. And for companies, I think ESG has put together a suite of courses, from very foundational courses to teach you some of the concepts. These are offered by accounting houses, offered by universities. I myself attended a course on sustainability offered by the UN Global Compact Network for Singapore. And then for companies who wanted to start the journey on carbon reporting, there are also courses for them to do so. So there's no shortage of training.
It's just basically trying to plug the gap, joining them to these, giving them the access to these programs that are available.
That's right.
So what is NTUC LearningHub planning to do to help increase the take-up rate for sustainability training and certification? How is it plugging the gap, basically?
So I think there are 2 perspectives. From an individual perspective, I think it's about certification pathway. So we have this model pathway whereby a learning journey where you first start with equipping yourself with environmental sustainability management skills, followed by deep diving into specific areas, be it waste management, energy management, and so on. And as well, last but not least, the learning pathway also includes things like how do we then enhance our employability by looking at AI, technology, or even using sustainability coaching to fast track the sustainability transformation within a company itself.
Peng Soon, what's in it for customers, though, or the consumers, whether or not a company is doing well on a sustainability front?
No, I think customers are increasingly demanding, right? Companies are sustainable. There was a survey that says 75% of customers would actually change their preferences to buy companies or buy goods from companies that are more sustainable. So I think increasingly companies really need to start paying attention. Because if they don't, they will be kind of green out of the supply chain. And that's already happening already.
Okay, Chye, I think before we go, should employers be encouraged to look at hiring new talent just to advance the sustainability agenda?
Yep. So we have our report also has a question on that as well. So more than 4 in 5 business leaders agree that they need to hire sustainability talents. So in short, I would have the acronym SFFD. So definitely the first S stands for specialized expertise. It's important for companies to have that in order to transform the company itself. Then the second F will be to also foster innovation. That's also very important. And last but not least, I think driving cultural change is important. By having sustainability talents, they are the catalyst for change. The perspective they provide will definitely be different as well as to kickstart the company's transformation sustainability journey.
All right,
I just want to add a word in that not just focus on new talent. I think because it's a very emerging skills, some of the career conversion is important. So actually, SBF runs a lot of career conversion program for sustainability. And over 300 companies have actually retrained their workers to take on these jobs. And that's an important part of workforce training as well.
All right, it's looking quite positive there. Peng Soon, thank you very much. Choon Chye, thank you very much for coming to the studio with us. That was Choon Chye from NTUC LearningHub and Peng Soon from the Singapore Business Federation.